What's up, folks? It's your boy Bob Hollywood back with another exciting review. Today's review is going to be of this Marvel Legends Siryn. I already have this figure out of plastic. I have her right here. I bought her, this one, new, $20 or $22, whatever, because I wanted this figure. But today's version, I bought at Ross for $5.99. I think I bought her... Oh, did I buy her during holiday season or did I buy her slightly after? It doesn't matter. I bought her because I want to do some other things with her. That's the only reason why I bought the duplicate figure. See on the back, this beautiful art of her. Siryn is Banshee's daughter. Banshee was an X-Men introduced in the 70s after the original team went missing, and Banshee, Colossus, Storm, Nightcrawler, Wart, or Thunderbird, and Wolverine were introduced, I believe. So, yeah, and all those guys are from different countries other than America. So that's, well, Thunderbird's from America, but you get what I'm saying. So, here's her little bio. It says, inheriting her mutant sonic scream from her father Banshee and raised by her criminal uncle, Black Tom Cassidy, Teresa Cassidy forges her own heroic path with X Factor as Siryn. Now, I read that before I got into this little studio booth to record, and I'm like, I thought Black Tom and Banshee were cousins, so wouldn't Siryn be also Black Tom's cousin? But that's either here nor there. Then I was reading things yesterday, before I even read this, that was saying that Black Tom and wow, it's right there, Banshee were brothers. So, I don't know. In my mind, this should be Banshee's cousin. This should be Black Tom's cousin as well. Anyway, it does not matter. This figure came out in 2022. Here is a barcode for you. And I'm going to be right back. I'm going to bust her out of her plastic prison. BRB. Okay, and we are back. She only comes with two accessories, which are these clawed or grabbing hands for her left and right hands. The hands on her in package are fisted or fists. And these look pretty good. And I was going to say, I have the fist hands on one already. So I was going to say maybe the other one already has claws on or grabbing hands, but she doesn't. And they're just yellow, solid plastic, molded in yellow, no paint there. Then we have, I don't know what side of Bonecrusher. I'm assuming this would be the driver's side. Looking at the headlights, this is the front. So yeah, this would be the driver's side in America. Our cars, you know, have our headlights. You know what I'm saying. I don't know if I'll ever put this Bonecrusher together. I know at one point I was trying to make a custom Bonecrusher out of a G.I. Joe tank that was partially broken and a John Cena action figure, and I just never finished with that. I think they announced Bonecrusher shortly after that. I have no affinity to the character, so it doesn't matter anyway. I mean, one way or the other. Looking at the back of the box, I do believe I have, well, I know for a fact I have Maggot. I bought Maggot. Today is, I don't know what day. This is releasing a week from the day I'm recording it. So I bought Maggot the weekend before you see this. 2 weekends before you see that. And I believe I have Darwin. If I don't have Darwin, I have Vulcan. I have one of the two. Don't care. I have no desire for Havoc. And maybe I'll get the Sabretooth. But I don't know if I'll ever build Bonecrusher. Before those other two figures I said I bought, the Bonecrusher piece I had was in the sell pile. So now it might be two of those pieces. I'm going to get those out of here. I'm going to bring Maeve up to us. And she has a little bit of blemishes on her. Nothing major. I think both of them had it. Actually, this one's cleaner, but it's also frayed there. So let's just focus on the figure that we just opened. This one, I was going to say, this one has a little Stephanie McMahon dimple chin going on, but it was just a speck of dirt. Like I said, she does have some color deviations on her front. Her back looks good. You can tell, and my hands are a little bit lubricated. So you can tell, like, her torso, her lower torso is different from her upper torso. Like the material, you can see how the paint, they probably used the exact same shade of green. It's just that because of the different materials, it looks different. I don't know how, yeah, it's not very noticeable from the front. It's just not. She's got her little wings on her. She's got her legs. She's got boot cups. These can come off. Her wrist cups can come off. I'm actually going to take one or the other. It doesn't matter which, but I'm not going to keep these wings on both. Yeah, so it's just a solid green and yellow figure. Some painting, some molding, like her boots and her, her actual shoe part where her foot is, and this ankle bracelet are molded in yellow, but this part here is painted in yellow because this is attached to that, and that's molded in green molding, yellow paint up here. I'm imagining this is going to be green. I'm imagining this is yellow and then it's painted green, but you also have this black X on there. That's the only other thing on her uniform that is not green or yellow. Her hair is orange. No dry brushing, no shading, no any of that. Face looks good. She has really light colored eyes. Good jaw. Got a little bit of, you know, extra plastic there, but nothing major. But her eyes look good. And I'm going to compare. Yeah. This new one's face actually kind of looks paler, if that makes sense. But it doesn't matter. All right. So we went about that. I may have been cut off. Well, I know I was cut off mid-sentence, but I believe I got a full sentence off before the sentence I'm about to say was cut off. We're going to go over articulation, basically. We're just going to go over her articulation. You can see she was, the way I had her standing, she was a little bit stiff in the box, but we're gonna fix that. That's where she started at. Her head started there. If the camera wants to focus, her head started there. It goes down that much, goes up a little bit. It's going to rotate 360. She has dynamic hair, but it's not going to stop her from moving. If it was straight down, that might be a different story. But she also has her hinge in her neck, which gives her a little bit more movement, especially forward. She has, her shoulders are going to give her that much room. And that actually looks pretty cool if the camera decides it wants to focus. That actually looks pretty cool. It does not want to focus if she's farther away. I don't know what's up with this camera. But it's also going to rotate. Again, because of this cape, it's not going to rotate the full 360 with it on, without, you know, it'll go once or twice, but it's not going to let you keep doing it because then that'll get tangled. But it does have she does have a bicep swivel, and she's double jointed elbows, pinless elbows. Pinless doesn't really matter so much to me, but I'm glad that figures are finally starting to get, well, the female figures are finally starting to get double jointed elbows. She's got rotation of her wrist, same thing. It's the way it's pegged in there. It's turning her cape, her wings. But there's a horizontal hinge on both hands. For her torso, she has her upper torso. That's it, just one piece. It would rotate. I don't know if it'll do 360. It rotated 360 for us, but be mindful of the paint. This yellow paint will get scratched at some point. And you can see by looking at her from there that the top portion, this top part is yellow and it's painted green. And that's probably why it looks different. Legs are going to go out that far. Her ankles aren't adjusted yet, but there she is. She does stand. Feet go up that far. Go back that far. She has a thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees, and you can see that that is tight. God, that's tight. I'm not able to get that without applying heat, but she's just double jointed knees. Easily can kick her own ass, or in her world, her own arse. Nothing there. That just needs some heat to bring it down some, but she has a forward facing rocker for her feet. Her right one is stiffer than her left, and it also pivots. So it's going to be hard to get her to stand because, like I said, this right ankle is very stiff. Sorry for the extra sounds. It's hot in here, so when I wipe my brow, the dog tags jingle. Let's stand her there and try to get her height. Her forehead is just under 6 inches, but if you count her hair, the very top wisp of her hair It's almost 6.5 inches. She's a Marvel Legends. She's not super tall, but Marvel Legends figures are somewhere in the middle. So we're going to do our typical size comparisons. We're going to start with someone else wearing green and yellow, Andra, and another person that's just wearing yellow, Vixen. I'm going to lower my camera just a wee bit. Didn't make a difference, but I wanted to do it. So she is shorter than both of those characters, or figures. I don't know if she's supposed to be shorter than the characters. Next up, it's going to be Devin. He doesn't want to cooperate by standing up perfectly straight. I don't know why he wants to be difficult. He's slightly taller. And then we're going to bring in someone wearing green. It's going to be Lucio, who is shorter. Next up, we're going to go ahead and knock out the big boys. We're going to bring in Hoorah, Titus O'Neil, who has a little bit of yellow, different shade of yellow. His is more mustard or gold. And then we're going to bring in Roebuck, who also has green and yellow, but his yellow is definitely gold. And I knocked down our featured artist here. Toppled her right on over. There she is again. Obviously, she's going to be shorter than these gentlemen. She's always going to be shorter than them. And then somebody else with some gold. Some green, which is Winston Zedmore. And then someone with some yellow, some gold. Black Panther, a fellow Marvel legend. And sometimes I call Killmonger Black Panther just to be a dick. Final size comparison is going to bring one more yellow in. And that's going to be Lando. And you can see the versatility of the yellows at the Hasbro Corporation. His is really good, strong yellow. And then John Jones. John Bones Jones. Was it John Bone Jones? I don't know. Just know he's a badass MMA fighter. Anyway, folks, I don't have anything else to talk about with this figure. And there's a stink bug. Where the hell did the stink bug come from? Was he on one of the figures? I don't know. There's a stink bug in the video now as a part of this review. Stink bug and Siryn. You just caught the only stink bug and Siryn review in the world. So why don't you just go ahead and hit me with a like for bringing you that originality, that uniqueness. And also comment and subscribe and take care of yourself. I hope you drink some water today. I need to drink some more, especially because it's warm now. But thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Action figures speak louder than words.